Alright guys, let's continue from where we stopped. We want to create a new section down below here, and trust me, it's not something really hard. Just click on these and ensure that you have a space around this your container. So we normally do it like maybe give it a space at the top and at the bottom. So before I proceed, there is one thing I really want to show you, and that thing is ability to work more on your design. I want it to look more beautiful. I just want to touch it, you know what I mean? So what I'm going to do is that at the top in there, I'm going to come straight down to advanced, and when I come straight down to advanced, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to see if probably we can add some kind of designs to the first hero section. All right, so what we're going to do is that let's come back to the first hero section. I'm going to say there's one thing I really want to show you, and that thing is can we see it on this tile? And let's see if we can have border. All right, okay, let's shape divider, so let's call it bottom. In there, just want to see if we can have something like tilt. This is awesome. You can see you can tilt your designs, just make it look beautiful. All right, so this is what I want to show you. You know, it's one of the tricks that makes your design looks like more professional. Okay, you know what you're doing. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a section right in there, space at the top, space at the bottom. Don't forget that is padding. So ensure that you unlink these linked value together, and you're going to give it 50, and you're going to give this 30. All right, you can see you have more space to work around your design. So I always like to update, you know, updating your web design. It's really important so that you don't lose track. All right, so I come straight down to where I can pick my widget. I need another container, though this is a little bit tricky. So here I would like to explain to you that we have two categories of container. The one is inner container, which is the child container, and the one is parent container, which is the outer container. So the one we created right in there is the parent container, and the one that will drag straight down inside this place is the child container. You can have more than one child container, but you only have one parent. Okay, so what we're going to do is that we're going to say, okay, if we can duplicate this container, follow along with me because this is very important, because I don't want you to lose track, like I said. So you now have one container, inner container, another inner container. We want this container to stay by each other side. So there's a trick you can do to make it work. So what you're going to do is you're going to say, hey, you know what, I want you guys to stay beside each other. See this direction, just row horizontal, just leave it like that, do it like that. And we want to do it like that. You have to do it by clicking on the parent container. Okay, when you click on the parent container, you say, you know what, I want you to have a direction of, oops, hold on a sec, let's come to layout. I want you to have a direction of horizontal, and I want you to justify content center, and alignment is also content center. You can do this, trust me, you're good to go. All right, so but what I want to do is that I want something to stay inside this place, so I'll make it full width. I want something to stay inside this place as well. I'll make it full width. So now I need the text and a set of button. So this particular section is really telling us about our page. Okay, so what I'm going to say is about our website. What I'm going to say is I'm just going to come straight down to heading, drag an heading straight down inside this place, and I really want that to be like 30 pixels. So I come to style, give it the color of black. It's lovely, and say, you know what, I just want it to be 30 pixels. You might be Roboto, I don't care, just 30. So now you can come back to content and change it to about us. So once you do that, I think we are good to go. So another thing I would like us to do is that I want us to have something like a divider. So that divider with just like a ruler that underlines it. So bring a divider down in there. So divider is going to be too long, so you need to make it thick and make it very short. All right, so what we're going to do is that a divider, I'm going to ensure that it's reduced the width something around 16. That's not going to be too much. All right, let's say 18 is not bad, but I think I like 16. All right, I'm going to come to advanced and make sure that it is negative, so that it's going to go up at the top. You can see. Okay, here we go. All right, this is an underline. Okay, so, and I'll make it to be a little bit bolder. So let's make it our content. So width, alignments, let's say weight, you're going to see it on that style. And I want it to be thick, you know what I mean? Let's give it something like, I don't know, let's just give it something bold. Yeah, I think it's okay like this. You can try to give it whatever you like, but I think I love it when it is 2. Love it when it is 2. Let's say 2.5 is okay. All right, now that we have this, but I want it to be, I think we're good like this. So that's how to underline. Just update your website. So now we now need the text. So okay, you come straight down again. You say what? I need the text. Bring that text down in there. So there's going to be a confusion right in there. So I'm going to explain how to make it work. You can see I want that text to be under that underline, but it is not allowing me because of my mouse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to this navigator. So everything I'm working on is already inside this place. So okay. So right now what we're going to do is that you see I have heading there, I have heading there. You can see anytime anything you click on in there is going to work. So here you can click on this place, and you know what, and try to see where you are working. All right, I'm going to tell you something, but not now. I just don't want to confuse you. Let's just move on. Don't want to distract you from vital stuff. So this is the last container, and this is it. This is another container. This one is this, and this is the one that is housing them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that let's shrink this so that we not have too much of work. You should be able to, you should learn how to rename this, which I'm actually going to show you. Renaming of container, I'm going to show you, but let's take, for instance, we have this container here. So the container contains first heading and second heading. So this is the heading that we're talking about, and this is the divider. So drag the divider up so that it's going to be at the top. We don't want to have issues, so that you can start working on your right up. So if you're having issues, work on your navigator. Perfect. All right, so what we're going to do right in there is that we need to change this. We need to give it a text. We're going to say there's a name. Let's just come up with the right up. One of Northampton's leading digital marketing agency. Okay, one of Northampton digital marketing agency. Okay. So by the time you have this, you can easily, give it a size, whatever you want to give it, but I like to give it 44. I like to give it 44. So what I'm going to say is that, okay, I'm giving you 44 pixel. So that's going to make it to be bigger. So let's say 44. So perfect. You can give it 45. Okay, 46 or something. I think it's okay. You can give it 50. I think I like it. So all right, this is lovely. So now that we have this, I think we need a button. All right. And to be fair, I think we need to, this is too bold. You can decide to come to typography and ensure that you give it something light. So that's not going to be too bold. Give it something light. So now I think I also need a button down in there. It's getting more and more interesting, guys. All right. I just drag a button straight down at the bottom in there. Boom. The button is going to land, and you need to work on how it's going to make it. How it's going to be making a whole lot of sense. Yeah, what I do, first thing I do is that I ensure that my button padding is bigger, and how will I do that? I will just come to style, and here I will unlink this, and I will say, you know what, I really want you to have space. Yeah, space is very important. So let me say 25, and the second one is going to be not 250, I mean 25. Okay, and let me say 30. Let me say bottom again, let me say 25. On top again, let me say 30. All right, this is cool. All right, so we can easily, change this button to black, because I think I just want it to be very simple. And I am a fan of not wanting to have border radius, so that it's not going to be in square. All right, it's going to be in square, perfect square shape. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come to content and say learn more. All right, and I know we are running out of time, but trust me, we just have to get this thing done. Update your website and close this navigator. You can see this is pretty cool. So if you want to check your website, you can click on preview. Okay, after it has been successfully updated, you can click on preview. All right, now we need a picture, an image, which we're actually going to put in there. And trust me, this is going to be mind-blowing. I'm going to say, you know what, I need a picture. Yeah, in my head, I need a picture. All right, I'm going to drag and drop this image. Boom. And I'm going to say, you know what, I just want some few settings. I don't want something really complex. So let me just pick that image. I'm going to come to upload. I'm going to select file. I'm gonna pick that beautiful image. So I'm going to come straight down to picture. I don't know whether that is where it is, and I'm going to pick this cover. All right, you already have the entire picture. Work around it, no stress. Yeah, one thing I would like to tell you is that if you want to work on a client website, one of the most important things is that learn how to gather enough images that from the web, from the client, content from the client before you start your work. Your work is visible if you have something to work with. You can't be working on something that is not real. All right, but there are many times you might want to present projects to clients. I'm going to show you what you need to do, how you can easily get some information to put your website in front of someone that you really want to present it to. Let's take, for instance, you just want to advertise yourself to the client and let them know that you can do some cool website for them. That one is different. But if you're working on a real life project, the client has paid you already, you want to get started, trust me, you need content. If you don't have content, then you can now contact content creator that will help you with all of those stuff. All right, it's a long thing. Don't worry. When we finish this course, I'm going to enlighten us more about how you can make things work and get some job done as a web developer. All right, so I think this is cool. It's loading. I don't know why it's a little bit slow. I need to do some maintenance on my system, but trust me, we're going to get there. So yeah, we're supposed to have select. So we're working on it. So once it has been covered already, then we can now click on select. So the image, I want it to look more beautiful. I don't want it to look like a normal image. We're going to apply some curve around the edge, and it's going to be really cool. All right, let's hold on until the image successfully was uploaded. And all right, guys, so the image is there, so let's select it. All right, the image is there right now, but I just want to have some feeling like this is not just a random image that is one around the corner. So I want to give it some kind of curve around the edges. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, you know what, I think I should give you something like a margin to make it look perfect. So come to advanced. In your head, anytime you want to have a space outside your design, that's margin. And anytime you have to have a space inside your design, that's padding. We're going to get used to it as you design more and more websites. It's going to become subconscious, like you're going to be picking already. So just follow along with me. It's not something really hard. So I'm going to say 85. So when I say 85, you can see I have a space at the top. Yeah, so and that's it. That's exactly what I want. I want the space to be down this button, not too much. All right, so what I'm going to do is that I have to come to what style. So when I come to style, I can just give it a border radius of 20 and see the effect we're going to have at the end of the day. Voila, this is beautiful. All right, let me update the website. Guys, we're making a whole lot of progress. I can't believe that we can do this in just 12 to 30 minutes of our time. So we've successfully designed something beautiful. So if you want to see how exactly it look like, maybe you're just having the feeling that should I check? How does this look like in the real life? So boom, this is it. We are moving forward. This is exactly what we have successfully done in just 30 minutes of our time. All right, this is what I'm actually going to stop for now. Guys, in the next tutorial, we're going to dive into the service section, and I can't wait to take you through this journey of becoming a WordPress developer without writing a single code. And until then, happy designing.